Hey guys, welcome back to another new movie review. Today I'll be reviewing the new X-Men film in the series Days of Future Past. So X-Men Days of Future Past was directed and produced by Bryan Singer, who directed the first two X-Men films, so that's one of the reasons I was really looking forward to this film. The first two X-Men films are probably two of the better films in the series, and two of my favourite comic book superhero films around, so that's one of the biggest reasons I was looking forward to this movie coming out. This film was also on my most anticipated films of 2014 list, so I was definitely looking forward to it. So X-Men Days of Future Past has one of the biggest casts in a superhero movie since like the Avengers and movies like that. It's got the original X-Men cast from the original trilogy as well as the cast from the X-Men First Class movie. So we've got Hugh Jackman back as the Wolverine. We've got James McAvoy back as the young Xavier, as well as Patrick Stewart as the older Xavier. We've got Michael Fassbender as the younger Magneto from First Class, and then Ian McKellen as the older Magneto. This film also brings back Jennifer Lawrence as Mystique from the First Class film. We've also got Nicholas Hoult as Beast again, and Peter Dinklage is his first time in an X-Men movie, and he plays one of the villains in the film. So one thing with a cast as big as this movie, the one thing I was worried about was not having enough screen time for each individual character. But after watching it, they do get quite an even amount each. I was hoping that Wolverine would still be the main character in this film, and he does get a lot of screen time. There's kind of a few groups in the film that it goes between, so you do get a fair share of characters in their certain scenes. So I'll have a go at describing the storyline. So sometime in the near future, mutants are coming to an end. There's only a few of them left. They're near extinction because of these things, the Sentinels, these robots that have been created in the 1970s to destroy mutants. They kind of adapt to mutant powers and become invincible to them almost, and then just destroy them. So in the future there's only a small group of mutants left. It's mainly the group from the original X-Men film. So you've got Wolverine, Magneto, Xavier, and then you've got ones like Storm and a few of those just from the original films. So Xavier and Magneto try and send Wolverine back into the past, into the 1970s before these Sentinels were created, so he can stop them from being created, so there's a brighter future for mutants. So most of this film takes place, I think it's in 1973, and I think Logan's mind goes back into his younger body. His body from the future stays where it is, but his mind goes back into his younger body, and he has to, go on this journey, adventure type thing to stop these Sentinels from being created. And he has to get the help of the younger Xavier and the younger Magneto, who at this time were not friends because they had a falling out at the end of X-Men First Class. So he's got to bring them together, and they've got to find Mystique as well and just stop this whole thing from happening. So that's about all I can say without spoiling too much. There are a few spoilers. There's a few really cool scenes in this movie that I really enjoyed. A scene with Mystique and Magneto where they were being filmed on the news cameras, and you can actually see them being filmed, and it looks like it's real footage of these actual mutants like running around the city. Another really cool scene involves this character called Quicksilver, and he's just this lightning fast guy. And it just shows, every time he uses his power, they really filmed that in a really cool way that was unique and hadn't been done before, and made it quite an entertaining, fun scene to watch. So Peter Dinklage's character, Dr. Trask, is the one in charge of making these Sentinels, and so Mystique is trying to assassinate him. So Wolverine and the younger Xavier and that have to stop her from assassinating him, so these Sentinels will never be made. So it's a bit of a confusing storyline, but it's not too hard when you're watching the film to follow it. There's also a post-credits scene that shows something that's not really related to this film, but like there could be another film coming up soon, which I think there actually is another X-Men coming out soon. And it involves a new character we haven't seen before. Looks like they could possibly be the villain, and they're just creating this enormous thing. I don't want to say what it is because it could spoil a few things, but it just shows them creating something at the end of the credits, so it kind of leaves it open for the next film as well. So X-Men Days of Future Past has got to be one of the biggest superhero films around. Just such a massive cast, a massive story. So I'm glad to say that I really enjoyed this film, and it is possibly my favourite X-Men film of the whole series now. I think there's about 6 or 7 films, and it's definitely my favourite one. It's just so entertaining and so fun. So everyone did great in their performances. Hugh Jackman, as usual, did fantastic. I thought Jennifer Lawrence's Mystique was really good as well. And I also thought that James McAvoy and Michael Fassbender do really good portrayals of the younger versions of Magneto and Xavier. This film also brought back the original theme tune from X-Men 2, I think it was, so it was good to hear that again and just get that original superhero music coming back from the series again. So I highly recommend X-Men Days of Future Past. It's one of the best superhero films I've seen. I recommend it to anyone who likes superhero films or the X-Men films. It's a fantastic movie and I'm going to give it an A-. Thanks guys for watching my quick review on X-Men Days of Future Past. It was a great film. Definitely go out and check it if you get the time. And yeah, thanks for watching this video and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.